What's up, everybody? My name is Ray, and I am outside the Palisades Center Mall in West Nyack, New York. Now, this is one of my favorite malls, and I came here and made a video last fall. It was pretty dead, and since things are kind of returning to some semblance of normalcy, I kind of wanted to come back here today and see what it's like right now. Heard it's getting a lot busier, so let's go take a walk around, see what's changed, what's new. Come with me. All right, so this part of the mall is called the Eatery. This is the top floor, and it's sort of the restaurant level. They have a level with all full-size restaurants, and then they have an actual food court. So there's lots of dining options at this mall. Yeah, so the fourth floor, the top floor, it's all restaurants, full-service restaurants, and entertainment. I think there's a theater, and right here we have an actual comedy club in this mall, which is not something you see at a mall too often. And I think it is open and in operation. It's just right now it happens to be closed, being that this is during the day on a weekday. Yeah, and this space used to be an Outback Steakhouse, which closed down, I believe, because of the pandemic. But look at this lighting fixture. That's pretty cool. It's got Australia on it. I don't think I ever noticed that when I was actually eating here when it was open, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, and they have entertainment options like 5 Wits, which is some sort of a escape room type thing. And then you have like a full service restaurant like IHOP. Down further, you got Mike's Burgers, all kinds of things here. And so this space right here was a few different restaurants over time, and none of them ever really did well. And I believe they converted this space into sort of like a seasonal store selling like Christmas decorations. Right now it's not being used. If you look at this, you can see it used to be a bar. They still have the taps right there, but right down here it's all pegboard for merchandising. Kind of interesting to see how they've just sort of repurposed this whole section. Yeah, so I remember coming here in the past, and there used to be a lot more big name brands here in these restaurants, a lot of more well-known chains, but as you can see now, they have a lot more things, a lot more independent, smaller businesses. Right here, this space used to be Firehouse Subs, but that closed down. That didn't last for very long. Yeah, it's nice to walk through this top floor. I always enjoy it. So it looks like they're opening up a new restaurant in this space, something called Red Crab. That's pretty interesting. Got a pretty cool storefront right here. I'm just gonna walk around the other side because we got a big old lobster to look at. Yeah, just look at this big old lobster. That's cool. Yeah, and this space here used to be a 2-floor McDonald's. It used to have arches that went from the top to the bottom floor. Right now it's some sort of shaved ice place. So, you know, even though it's not big name places, at least they're filling these spaces. At least there's stuff open here, which is actually good to see. I actually like seeing smaller businesses like this. Looks like TGI Fridays is still going strong. I mean, I guess that's good. So this is sad news. This used to be Conveyor Belt Sushi Place, and it's closed down. I guess probably because of the pandemic. I remember this place always used to be popular. I never got to eat here, unfortunately, but it always looked like a lot of fun. And it looks like the rope course is back in action. That's good to see. That was shut down the last time I came here. Looks like a lot of people are on it and they're having fun. Yeah, so I think this is actually one of the largest rope courses in the country. I could be wrong about that. Probably one of the largest in a mall, that's for sure. Yeah, so this mall also has a full bowling alley at it. That's pretty cool. I've never actually gone here, but if you want to go to the mall and go bowling, this is the place to come. But there is some good news. This Dave & Buster's, I know in my last video I said it was closing permanently, but it is reopened. It is back in business. I'm very happy about that because I have a lot of good memories at this particular location. You know, I used to come here, have fun, had a lot of good nights here, so it's back open and I can keep coming here in the future. So that makes me personally very happy, and it's a good sign for this mall. So back this way by the ice skating rink, you can still see the original flooring that they had here. It was sort of this concrete, almost like what you'd see at Home Depot or something. And I believe in, I don't remember which year actually, they redid it with tile, made it look all nice. But this is cool. They used to have labels on the floor, names of different stores, and you can see all these label scars from them. Here you see the Disney store. Right here you have the old Hot Topic logo. Look at that. I don't know if anybody remembers that. Do you see this? Brookstone? That doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, and here on this wall they have some local historical events. You got Blizzard of 1888, Ramapo River flood, Harveststraw landslide. This reminds me of the mural in the Pawnee office on Parks and Rec. Just all the horrible things that happened in the town. Explosion of aniline dye works. Wow, Saturday matinee. That's a place I forgot even existed. Yeah, just look at all these old logos. You got Modell's, you got Nathan's Hot Dogs, Subway, Jeepers, I don't know what that was. Yeah, this is it's a blast from the past just walking through this section. What is this? Great American Cookies is coming back? Oh, that's an old school mall food place. I am glad to see that's coming back. I'm definitely gonna have to come here and get some white chocolate macadamia when it opens up. Yeah, and here we can see the closed Lord & Taylor, still sitting vacant. Haven't even taken the signage down. I really don't know what they're gonna do with that one. It's a big space to fill. So the Disney store is now closed. That's too bad. They've closed up many locations, I guess across the whole country, and this was one of them. So no longer open. You can still see some of the fairy dust down there. So this is very sad to see. The carousel in the food court has been removed. If you look just back there, that big gray space, that used to be a double-decker carousel, and it is no longer there. I'm not sure when exactly this happened, probably fairly recently. That's really sad to see. It was a really beautiful carousel. I filmed it in my last video, so if you want to check that out, you can go see what it used to look like, but that makes me sad to see that that's gone. Yeah, it's completely gone. That's a real shame. I hope that they at least relocated it somewhere and that they didn't just destroy it. I'll have to look into that and see what happened to it. It's a real shame. It was a beautiful carousel and it looked really nice here, especially when the light came through that window and hit it. So on the other side of the food court, the Ferris wheel is still here, but not in operation. And who knows how much longer they're going to keep this here. I mean, if it's not running, then it's just, you know, kind of a waste of space for them. But look at the cool 90s style artwork on it. Those little accents. Just look at those. Isn't that neat? Yeah, and so the food court is reopened, and as you can see, it is moderately busy. A lot of people coming back in the mall. Pretty good to see. Yeah, so this space used to be a Think Geek store, which has closed. It was a space, it was owned by GameStop, and it was just merchandise, no games. And if you've been in a GameStop lately, it's mostly just merchandise. So having a place open like this was kind of a waste of time for them. But it was cool, and I'm sad to see it's gone. Yeah, and right here below the AMC, you can just see all this unused anchor space. You know, it's tough to fill these big stores nowadays. I mean, I know this mall is pretty popular, and I feel like it's a long way before it's a dead mall, but they're just having a hard time filling these spaces. Yeah, so this is a weekday afternoon, and as you can see, the mall is actually really busy, which is a really good sign. You know, I know the pandemic kind of put a damper on foot traffic, but as it is right now, it looks like it's coming back. It's good to see. Oh, and we got my favorite store right here, Newberry Comics. This place is so much fun. Oh yeah, look at this place. Oh, I love this stuff. Yeah, they got all this brand new vinyl, all these cool t-shirts. You can even buy new CDs. You don't even see CDs for sale anymore anywhere. And if you like K-pop, they got lots of K-pop for you. Oh, look at these cool Transformer robots. Oh, that's pretty neat. Oh, look at that one. You can see inside Megatron. And you can get all these colorful, different plush fruits to fill the void in your life. And this is a pretty cool thing. This is some sort of a VR arcade. Pretty neat. I always love the fact that there's a go-kart track at this mall. How cool is that? That looks like so much fun. So as you can see, this used to be a Staples and it is now closed. I don't remember specifically when this closed. Coming soon, Payless Appliances and Mattresses. Never heard of that. But yeah, Staples did not make it in this mall. You can still see the old Staples flooring. Let's get a peek inside. Oh yeah. Looks like they're gutting the place. Yeah, so this is a new store here. I haven't seen this before. Track 23. Looks like it's some kind of clothing store. I don't remember what this store used to be though. Yeah, so this is inside track 23. And I'm trying to remember what this store used to be, and I cannot remember. If anybody knows, please let me know. But it's a pretty cool store. I like the exposed ceiling. You see that a lot in this mall. Okay, looking up above the checkout, I can see that this used to be a Modell's. So now this store is new and it is really cool. It is called Exotic Snacks and it has snacks from different countries in it. This is Faygo. You can't usually find this in New Jersey or New York where I am actually. This is good stuff. Yeah, they got all kinds of cool drinks here. I don't think I've tried any of these before. I'm not even sure what countries these are from. These look like they might be Japanese. That's cool. Yeah, I might have to try some of these. Okay, so I decided to try a green colored cream soda from Thailand. And I gotta say, it tastes like bubblegum. It is not like a vanilla cream that you get in the United States. It's more like that candy, sweet bubblegum taste. Almost like a champagne cola by Goya. Alright, so I checked out the Lord & Taylor last time I was here. But we can get a really good look into the closed Lord & Taylor. So we gotta go check that out right now. So they still got all the jewelry cases and everything still in place. Yeah, it doesn't look like they've done too much with it yet. I have to wonder what's gonna go here, if anything. Yeah. It's too bad. They got this really cool arcade right here. Let's go take a look at some of this. I've never seen one of these before. Sort of like a candy dispenser machine. I'm not sure how this works, but it's pretty neat. Let's look at that. And you got a lot of your old typical arcade games that you see nowadays. But I'm always happy to see arcade games, even if they're not proper video games and like the redemption games. It's still cool that they exist. Oh, look at these cool Mario plushies. Look at this cool Pac-Man machine. Just look at the controls. Look at these big Pac-Men right here. This Ghostbusters game looks really cool right here. And we have this big old Space Invaders. That's amazing. Look at that. So they have a store that sells nothing but hot sauces, which is pretty cool, but I gotta say they are very expensive here. A little too much, I think. So, Texas de Brazil, a Brazilian steakhouse, still has not reopened, and at this point I don't think it will. It took forever for this place to open up, and once the pandemic hit, it shut down completely. So my guess is that this place is done, which sucks because it's kind of a fun place. You know, they bring out meat on skewers and cut it up for you. It's pretty cool. I went here once. So this looks like a new store. I think it's maybe a Korean store. So from what it looks like, this is sort of like a Five Below type store. I can get one of these weird horses. But yeah, it's just like a lot of cheap stuff in here. And it looks like Billy B's is back open, so that's good. Good to see that place is still in business. Looks like a fun place to bring your kids. So this store always has some cool stuff, and it looks like they got a lot of stuff right in the window. You get a Medusa head. All kinds of religious icons. You can get an angel slaying a devil. You can get a Pieta. That's pretty impressive, actually. You can get Zeus throwing a thunderbolt. And Atlas holding up the world. And that's quite a store right here. That guy's pretty cool. You can get yourself an entire jazz band. This guy doing some yoga pose. Just look at that big Justice statue. All right, so this was your 2021 Palisades Mall update. Looks like they're doing a lot to keep the spaces full. It's getting really busy here. I'm sad to see certain things go. I'm very sad to see the Carousel go. I'm sad to see that certain restaurants are closing down, but it looks like they're doing a lot to try and, you know, get new businesses in, and I do see a lot of new stuff opening up, and that's very good to see. You know, this is one of my favorite malls, and I think it's going to be lasting into the future pretty well. Just with everything going on with COVID and retail struggling in general, they got an uphill battle, but it looks like they're clawing their way up tooth and nail, which is a good thing to see. So my name is Ray, my channel is Ray Out There. If you like this video, please hit subscribe to join me on my adventures in the future. Thank you for watching.